No. I'm just waiting a little bit. You know, usual. I think so. Anyway, all right. Let's. Where did I put the music? All right, ready? Oh, have a good day at work. Can you feel it? Okay. Anyway, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Welcome to my stream. If this is your first time, I am Yoffe. I'm a variety streamer, and I am at the moment in Phuket. So we're gonna see what is to be talked about today. I know I haven't been on properly, consistently for a good little while. I think the last time I actually streamed was in the States. If anybody remembers my last stream, it definitely was when I was dropping my son to LA. Sad what's happened over in that area. My friend was displaced from his house. Hello, welcome. And hopefully by the time I get back, everything is somewhat cleared and people are getting things back together, and I don't know. I'm just praying for everybody and all the people in San Diego and whatever. I don't think you are my son. You are not my son. But yeah, so what big changes have happened in this past year, right? So much is going on, and hopefully everybody's been able to stay connected and be focused on their goals for this new year that has just started. And 2 days ago was Chinese New Year's. If you're in the States, then maybe yesterday was Chinese New Year's for you. I think we're on day 3 of Chinese New Year's. But how do you travel with toddlers? Actually, a lot of people I know travel with their children. It just depends on how you manage everything. Traveling is such a incredible experience, especially for children that are in their formative years, that are learning and creating. And I don't know, my girlfriend, she's been living on a catamaran for the last year with her 2 young children, and they've been traveling all over the Mediterranean Sea on their catamarans. So I mean, we can bring Laura on and she can talk about her experience and and one of her children is on the spectrum, so it's even more of an interesting experience for them, because they will do homeschooling on the boat. They will meet other families while they're traveling. And there's actually quite a lot of people that are doing that for their family instead of doing the going to the school and being indoctrinated and learning everything that they want you to learn. Well, now you're learning about real life and having your own personal experiences, which I find fascinating. If I could have done that with my son, woo, I would have been out of the States and out of, well, technically I kind of did. I pulled Carter from American school from the age of, I put him in Fijian school. I put him in a Montessori school back in 2000, I think it was 2007 actually. 2007, and then I moved to Thailand for his schooling in 2009, and that's when I opened my first gym. Was December of 2009, unless it was 2008, but I'm pretty sure. Do I have Taco Bell commercials? Sorry, not sorry. I guess they want me to promote tacos. Maybe a little bit healthier tacos, but hey, tacos are tacos. Everybody loves a good taco. So yeah, I moved him to the Fiji Islands to do his schooling initially. And he learned how to swim and learned about nature and being in the ocean all the time. It was a really wonderful experience, actually. I know. Oh, that's right. The last stream I had was, thank you. We were on at the drag races in Irwindale, which they have officially closed. Thank you for the bits. They have officially closed, I believe in October. They officially closed, no, sorry, December. It would have been December. They officially closed the Irwindale Speedway. And I think they're putting in big hotels or commercial real estate, progress. Everything's different now. This piece of land is worth more with a hotel on it than people going and racing their personal cars and enjoying life. Why enjoy life when you can pay for a hotel? Sorry, I just see things a little bit differently, but happy you guys are here with me. I don't really have any set conversation that we could have, but maybe if you have any questions, or if for whatever reason the stories fall out of me, or this last year has been pretty incredible, and this coming year is on the path to being even more astonishing, specific to what I am putting and setting my goals to be. And I'm really excited for this year and what's coming. I hope for all of you who don't travel that maybe this might be the year that I can inspire you to get out of your comfort zone and move on to coming to Thailand or going to other countries and just experiencing more than what your normal bubble is. Pop the bubble, get outside of it, and see what life has to offer. There's so many things that you could be doing, activities. So this last year, I started doing more paddle. What other hobbies? I'm still doing my sewing. You can't really see it, but there's a little sewing thing there. And yeah, good morning. What else? What else have I learned this year? I mean, every year you should be learning something new, something that's inspiring. So this year has been more focused on, you might laugh, but I'm in this path or journey for awakening and excitement. Oh, Vortex, happy to have you. Thank you for the sub. You have been with me for a long time, 48 months. You are special. Thank you so much. Mwah. But yeah, so this year, if you were able to catch my stream yesterday, I just kind of randomly feel like I should share something with you guys. So then I'll pop on. I know I'm random. It's the unicorn in me to just one day go into hibernation, and then the next day I'm awakened and you get to experience what I'm going through, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I don't know, I started on a little bit of a different journey. I think because I went to Norway, it kind of inspired me again to get back into, connecting more with nature. I mean, I live in a nature beautiful space, right? Yeah, maybe, I don't know if it's more spiritual, it's just more connected. I'm getting far more connected to nature this year. I feel it. This year I'm going to be doing a lot of incredible, I need to find a new word. Instead of saying amazing, I'm saying incredible, because it's going to be incredible. It's going to be fascinating and hopefully euphoric and pleasurable and all these things, whatever the descriptive word for amazing, incredible. Tell me, do you guys have any synonyms for the words that I'm trying to express? Spectacular. I'm enthusiastic. So thank you. Vortex always has the answers. No, so this year is going to be fascinating for me. I feel like I'm going to 3 new countries this year, and you work really hard for a good chunk of your time, right? You decide, this is how long I need to work in order to achieve this goal, to be able to go on to the next experience, which for me obviously is traveling and moving and learning and adapting and just being immersed in activities that maybe I never would have thought to do. So I'll give you a little rundown of my tentative itinerary for this year, which I'm already kind of like, it's a little apprehension. I'm excited. I'm trying not to get any anxiety about it, but it's gonna be so epic and so exciting. And then I just met somebody recently at, I went to a concert, because Phuket specifically has some of the most incredible, most spectacular artists coming here. I mean, we just had EDC, we had Black Coffee, we had Ben Bomber, I think I said his name right. Now we're getting, we had Tiesto here. I was so blessed to see Tiesto again for the second time. I mean, you guys don't understand. This was like high school for me, where I was listening to him all the time. I don't know if Cascade is coming. I should check on that. The group I would love to see is Haven. I don't know if you know this this group. He's like a singer. It's not really EDC style. It's more like, I'm really, you wouldn't know it, but I'm really into kind of classical instruments. I like the violin and I like the cello, and I love the French horn. My best girlfriend is a professional French horn musician, so obviously I like all that stuff. I like going to opera and musicals. I know I don't look like it because I'm like going to EDC and I'm all colorful mermaid, rainbow, unicorn style, but I do have the sophistication side of me that I really enjoy, and I hope you guys at least experience it one time in your life. Have a fantastic day as well. Thanks for being here. I'm doing really good. I feel energized, and maybe it was the sound bath that I had last night or the onsen that I've been going to frequently. If you don't know what an onsen is, it's like different pools of water that's hot and cold, and you can go into the ice room and cover yourself with ice, and you go into the sauna or the steam room and you hydrate with scented steam, and what else? Yeah, onsen. If you haven't done an onsen, you have to try it. If you could do it while you're in Japan, even better. I have to be careful because I do have a few hidden tattoos that if they do see it, they are looked down upon because of a certain other group. This year I am not doing Ibiza. I'm not sure if I'm going to Spain this year. I did last year and the year before. I mean, where I'm going to be located, it's going to be really close. I could just drive over from France to Spain, so it possibly might happen. I would love to go check out Madrid. I haven't gone there yet. I've done Barcelona, Ibiza, and Marbella. But there's so much of Spain I would like to explore. It's just, I have not been to Turkey yet. Turkey is on my list, as well as Portugal. I'd like to go to Lisbon. And where else? So this year, okay, let's start. Not that you want to know, but I'm going to share with you, and maybe you'll find me around the world. I have a quick story. I was coming into Thailand this time because I'm a tourist, right? And you come off of a plane and you're like 18 hours on a plane or however long it was, and you don't look your freshest. You don't have your full happy face on, your little, you're in your comfort pajamas or whatever it is you wear on an airplane. We can talk about that another time. But yes, Formentera was beautiful. Back to it. I arrived at the immigration and I went to a certain section. And as I'm walking to go into the line for them to check your passport, this lovely gentleman, if you're on here, I'm so happy for that we were able to connect a little bit. I was really nervous when you talked to me. I'm just talking directly to him if he does, because I know he's watching. So the immigration officer was like, I haven't seen you streaming lately. And I'm like, what? You follow me? That was such a moment for me, because I was like taken aback and kind of in shock, because I'm looking like not my normal self, right? I'm not sparkly and vibrant. I'm like inside of a blanket, hair's all over the place, not much makeup. I mean, it's not your best look when you're coming off of a plane for that many hours. You're like half dead because you just didn't sleep right, or your neck's all messed up or whatever. But yeah, I went in there and he was just like, I haven't seen you streaming lately. I'm like, I said, sometimes I get anxiety and I need to take a break and I'm stressed. I didn't know what to say. So it was a moment, and I apologize if I was not at my most vibrant self at that time, but I hope I see you again wherever you are. And so that was my experience coming through immigration this time. And where was I coming in from? I was coming in from the States. And yeah, that's right, with my son. So I'm sure you looked as lovely as always. I'm not sure on that one. Maybe he says that to all the pretty girls. When a guy comes up to you and goes, or an official, I would call him an official, comes up to you and goes, I haven't seen you online lately. Really? You watch me? I didn't know. That was probably the third time that I was out and about and somebody recognized me, and I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for you. I met another guy once. He's like, I'm a big fan of yours. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. Anyway, so no, we didn't get a picture together. I would have been like, please filter the heck out of me, put some eyelashes on me or something. But no, I was just so nervous that I was like, okay, bye. See ya. Okay, so anyway, going back to the travel. So I'll be leaving here mid-February and going to... What do you do in February and March when you're in Asia? Like, what is it you do? I'm going to Japan. So I'm going to go ski in Japan for a good... No, I'll be here. I'll be in Thailand for Valentine's Day. So, and hopefully I'll be able to turn you guys on here, and we can have a Valentine's Day together, and I'll decorate for you. But yeah, so I'm gonna go skiing in Japan. I do snowboard. I just think that snowboarding is very specific, and if you don't mind your ass hurting, your butt hurting, then you ski. I mean, you snowboard if you can handle the falls, because I feel like when you're snowboarding, you fall a lot. I mean, I was in the snowboard club in high school, so let me tell you, I was constantly on the slopes as often as possible. In California, we have some really great. Okay, I lied. They're not as great as maybe Europe or Asia. Japan, I'm telling you, is the most gorgeous place to ski. I'm going to Niseko or Hokkaido, and I mean, you're just on the mountain and it's snowing and it's white everywhere and it's just gorgeous. I mean, how do I explain this? Yeah, and this is a place you can't just be in your bikini on the slopes. In California, it's warm enough where, it's sunny enough, you can have your bikini top on and you're just skiing away or snowboarding and everything's all good. But in Niseko, it's like negative what? 12 degrees or something like this. Negative 8 degrees. It's cold. You go outside, you're like gonna be frozen. So I haven't been on the bullet train. Maybe I'll try it this year. I'm gonna be going to Tokyo for my birthday, which is in March. So that's gonna be exciting. I'm hitting a new milestone of my life. For those of you who don't know, I'm not telling, but for those of you who do know, it's coming. It's happening soon. That's right, Pisces. I know you know. Thank you. It's a big change, right? Is it a change, or is it just another year that passes? And we learn and adapt and grow. So, yeah. So if you haven't noticed, I'm going to go back to the travel, but I just want to say this. I was looking back on some of my old Twitch moments because I started putting them on my YouTube channel, and it was kind of embarrassing, when you go back and you go, oh, I wonder if I was able to articulate myself, or was it just a lot of stupid conversation? So thank you to those who kept with me for all those years, or all those months, I should say, because I think I started February 2021, and it's different, when you're younger, you can say stupid things, and you look back and go, why did I say that? Oh my goodness, what a dork. Some of them, I'm like, why did I do that? and then you get those like negative comments or silly comments. You're going, oh, okay, I understand, I get it. Just, you don't have to say it. I already know. What a dork. What a silly thing to say, or movement, or whatever I did. And I just go, oh gosh, can we just like, but now it's forever on the internet, so it is what it is. I was young, what we say, young, dumb, and full of enthusiasm. Why not? Who cares? You know, it was a time of your life where you could just, you know, say what you need to say, even if it doesn't mean anything. Definitely dorky moments. You know, whatever. So anyway, let's go back and bring my conversation full circle, because I'm clearly branching again. So have my ADHD come back to normal. I'm only on my first cup of coffee. Actually, I've started drinking coffee with matcha, and a little bit of raw cacao and walnut milk. I have done a test, an intolerance test, and come to find out, everything that I was eating, I was actually intolerant to. Go figure. Go figure that all the almond milk, all those years, you know, was actually inflaming my gut. And I was like, why am I not losing weight? I mean, after hi, welcome. Yeah, after my surgery, you know, on my poor little uterus, that was a big change, because now I'm like gaining weight again, whereas before I just couldn't gain weight at all. And now I understood why. I had like no blood in my system. My body was just going like, I'm slowly wilting away like a rose, and just, yeah. So now I have blood again, and now I'm getting fat because I like food. If you're a foodie like me, power to you. I got you. I understand you. Because it's hard now to lose weight when you get to my age. I don't care. I'm going to eat what I want. I don't care. Because over the summer, I just love to indulge in all the culture and food items. You know, you go to Italy, you're going to eat pasta, even if it's not good for you, or your body can't handle the type of flour. So I realize now with my intolerance, I am allergic to all types of flour except for durum flour. Go figure. I'm like, what is durum flour? And I'm not supposed to eat bread or milk or peanuts or egg whites or almonds or cashews or pistachios. Like, my list is ridiculous, because it's like everything that I can't even eat avocado because I'm allergic to it. So anyway, yeah, I can't have gluten. That sucks. I know I gotta live a little, but it's okay. Coffee's on my list, so we're fine. I'm just gonna drink matcha and coffee, and then I watched a video this morning. It says caffeine is actually really bad for you because it raises your cortisol levels. I don't really want to have stress hormone cortisol levels raised, but oh well, it is what it is. So okay, let's go back to the travel conversation. So where are we going? We are going to start, obviously, with hey, no barking. I think I'm be positive. You know, normal. Just be positive. I think, or I'm O. Not sure. I should know that, actually. How do we find out that information? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. Any drink in history, coffee has the most history and studied. It's fine. Do you know, my grandmother drank coffee until she passed. And she was like in her late 80s. And she had coffee every morning. I distinctly remember, like, these are the moments that I remember of her. I would just give her the biggest hug, and she would smell of coffee and of what's plumeria? Is it plumeria? Yeah, frangipani. She smelled of frangipani and coffee, and I'll always have this memory. So every time I go to like maybe kiss like somebody that's been drinking coffee, I'm like, oh, grandma. That's probably not a good thing, but it is a good thing. It's an endearing quality that I love the smell of coffee. And yeah, so plumeria and coffee. No, my grandma never smoked cigarettes. You know, everybody in my family doesn't smoke cigarettes or drink much alcohol or do drugs. So my family's pretty basic, but it's okay. We're fine. We're semi-healthy, right? I'm probably the healthiest person in my family. Okay, going back to travel. I know I get lost in my conversation. So travel, we're starting in Japan come February, and then from Japan, I'm gonna fly over because I'm already in Japan. It's another 8 hours, 9 hours to Hawaii. So I'll be in Hawaii for I think a good week, about a week, and I should be on decaf actually. So Hawaii, and then I'm gonna go to California and spend some time with my son. Hopefully by then he'll have his learner's permit. This is what the goal was. The goal was, with the amount of money that I'm spending for him to have an apartment in LA, that was the only goal that he had. I know I miss Norway too. Can I come back? I'll come back to Norway anytime. One day. So I want to go to the north of Norway. I want to go skiing or just go to the snow one year. So yeah, my son is in LA and it's costing me a 3-bedroom villa, basically. A 3-bedroom villa is the same price as a 1-bedroom apartment in LA. Can you believe that? He doesn't even have a pool. So, oh well. So from California, I'll pop over to New York, I think, for a few days. I haven't been to New York since 2006. Is that right? 2000. This was after, actually 2005 my son was born. I went 2006, yeah. So 2006 was the last time I went to New York City. So I'm gonna do a little stop in New York and hang out for a bit and see what it's all about. I haven't been there in years, so you gotta do that once in a while. Just go to places that you haven't been. There is a festival, like a Beyond Wonderland, happening in like 20 minutes from my father's house. I'm just contemplating if I should go or if it's gonna be another zombie land. We just had Circo Loco here and EDC. Do you like my little EDC memorabilia? I was like, I'm definitely gonna buy that because it's super cool. And no, I'm not doing NYC. I'm doing NYC in spring. So spring. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of a random raver. I wouldn't say I'm a full raver because now I'm more conscious of the rave scene. I don't like to be fully altered in public. Like it makes me nervous now. You know, when you're in your 20s or you're younger, you don't really care about that stuff. I mean, it is a safe space for you to just be off your head if you wanted to be, but I just don't feel it anymore. I just want to be listening to the music. It's a totally different experience when you go to these kind of festivals sober. And you should try it one time. Like, I know it's a place where you want to go and do alternatives, but try it differently, you know? I just went to the one in Long Beach. I can't remember the name of the of the event, but it was at the Queen Mary, Long Beach, and I got to see like Infected Mushroom and some pretty interesting DJs. And it's so different when you are normal because you hear the music differently. You don't get to see the frequency of the music, you actually get to hear it. Dream State, yes, I went to Dream State. I think the amount of raves that I have been to are maybe like, I think like 4 or 5 different raves. And hi, how are you? I remember going to Zed's Dead. Do you know who Zed's Dead is? I went to their concert. It was inside of like USC's concert hall or something like that. Hunter, Hawaii, it's coming. Yeah, oh, he played in Hawaii. If there's any events happening in March when I'm there, let me know. I would love to do like a conscious festival, or I'm not sure. It's March, so are there a lot of things happening in March? Most of the festivals happen in April. So like when I go to California every year, we have Coachella, we have oh cool, we have Stagecoach, we have, well, Burning Man is actually in August, so I've been really wanting to go to Burning Man, but just the preparation involved with Burning Man is kind of like a deterrent for me, because I mean, a lot of girls just go naked basically, but I would like to have an outfit of sorts. You know, if it's your first time, you want it to be like a real special experience, and you want to go with the right crew. You want to make sure that you have all your essentials. I'm like super allergic to dust, and you're going in a desert where there's dust storms. How do I rationalize going somewhere that's going to make me fully allergic? I don't know. This is the hard part about, you know, having a think about it, because now you're like, oh, I'm gonna get so dirty. I'm a little princess when it comes to like dust and dirt, and I'm a glamper. I'm not a camper. I used to be a camper. I can still, you know, do the whole sleeping in a tent, in a sleeping bag, in the mountains, with potential bear visits or wolves, whatever. I can do all that. I just kind of prefer, you know, a comfortable bed and cleanliness, hygiene. So I have to rationalize the Burning Man experience, because I'm not sure how I feel. If I had like a trailer camp or clean facilities, like, you know, where you can go to the toilet and not feel like there's 1,000 people waiting outside. That I am not a public toilet person. Like, no thanks, I'm good. Yeah, so it kind of is opposite of what my thought would be. But you never know. I don't want to put any negative manifestations on something that I know I'm gonna find incredible. I just have this feeling it's gonna be amazing. Unless it's a hotel. Best concert experience in the States. Ooh. Oh, that's a hard one, because I've seen so many great artists. I've seen John Mayer. I was like second row in John Mayer's concert, and he is such a talented musician and artist. Like his voice is just, yes. I did see my very first concert. It was I don't know if you guys are into country music, but I was very much into country music, and I saw Mark Wills. You know, I don't know if he wrote the song or if it was Brian McKnight who wrote the song, but he sang that one, you're like a dream come true, two, just want to be with you. You know, like that kind of, and I saw George Strait. Yes, Mark Wills, George Strait, Brad Paisley, oh, was it? No, but Mark Wills also sang that song. And that was the first concert that I ever went to. And Cindy Thomas, I don't know if you're into country music, but Cindy Thomas, it was like a little tiny park concert. And that was my first experience of concerts in public. And I just absolutely loved it. So I will stay in Japan. Oop, my doggy wants to come inside. I will stay in Japan from February 18 until March 13. So basically a month. I'm a month in Japan. I'm going to be in the north in Sapporo, in Hokkaido, and then go to Tokyo. And I feel like that's how to travel. If you can work online or be like a digital nomad and be able to just move and work from your computer, that is the way to go. If I don't know, I would love to go to that ice festival. There's this festival, a snow festival on March 10, but I'm already going to be in Tokyo. Do I hop on a speed train to go back just for that snow event where everybody's like in their snowboard gear or ski gear and we're doing a whole rave in the snow? Yes, I would love to do that. But maybe not this trip, maybe another time. I'll have to plan it a little bit better. Lots of people going to Japan. Japan, honestly, if you haven't been to Japan, it's a pretty interesting place. I mean, I would love to dress up as like one of those anime girls or walk around like Sailor Moon. Like there's this whole culture of, what do they call it? They call it a VTuber kind of, this whole look where they dress and wear all of these cute little like mini dresses, mini skirts and cosplay. Okay, so I guess that would be called cosplay. So, but they live it and breathe it. Like this is their life. How cool. How fun. I would do it. I mean, I don't know. At my age, they might be like, I think you're a little old for that, lady. But I'd be like, no, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what you think. I don't care. Judge me all you want. Let me tell you, there's a lot more you could be judging, especially my summer. What I do in the summer, you'd be like, oh. Anyway, so yeah, we talked about Hawaii and New York, and my voice is really deep today. I don't know why. It's been so windy here, and if I showed you the view, it is so polluted right now because of the burning that's happening in the north. We have, unfortunately, every year around this time, February, March, it's burning season, and my whole face just goes, and my sinuses go bad, and my eyes get itchy. I'm super allergic to the smoke, which is why it's hard for me in France as well, because in France everybody's like chain smoking, and I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm gonna take an allergy pill so I can breathe again. Yeah, I'm super allergic to smoke, so it happens. Here we have polluted skies right now because they're burning the rice fields, which causes an immense amount of smoke and smog. And unfortunately, during this time of the year, the wind is blowing this way to the south, and it brings all of the smoke and fumes and the ashes down south to our beautiful island here. And it just, like, the skies are not clear anymore, and it's gonna happen for probably another month. And typically around this time is when I leave, because I can't handle this. I love Thailand. I love Phuket. I love this country, but I'm just not a fan of the burning, and I don't know why the government hasn't like done something about it. All they have to do, it's cheaper to burn the fields. If they could find a way to till the land, like regenerate the land, then they wouldn't have to burn everything. Yes, time for an escape from the burning. So I'll be doing that soon, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go skiing and get out of my bikini and go and be in warm, cozy clothes. I just bought a new, yes, I mean, Hawaii is obviously, I'm gonna go from cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, and then whatever New York is. Is New York hot or cold right now? Let me show you my new pants. I will show you quickly. I think they're here. I thought they were here. Oh yeah. So if you're in Japan and you see the unicorn mermaid on the slopes, I will be in the purple spacesuit. and I will be in the turquoise pants that I just bought on I think it was Shein or Lazada or something like that. I think it was Shein, and these were like $20. You know, in the States, they charge you like $150 for a pair of cool snowboard pants, but these were like ridiculously cheap, and they're really great quality. So, let me tell you, good stuff. What else do I have? Okay. Yeah, and then obviously I have my my little bonbons, my little hand warmers. So when I need to get really warm, then you just, I mean, I don't really know the point of this. I think it's maybe for warm wrists. Does anybody know the point of these? But they're super cute. So yes, I'll be skiing. I mean, I don't know. It's a hard sell. Do I want to fall down and I have to wear my, I mean, I do wear those new, what do they call them? Like safety pants, where it's got like this cushion that if you fall down, you actually fall on the cushion. It's the new trend for snowboarders. Instead of like hurting your tailbone, you have the, it's kind of like, it's just a cushion. Like if you get in, it's like an airbag kind of thing that absorbs the fall. Excuse me, absorbs the fall more than, is that better? Turn off the wind. Hi, good morning. So yeah, hi. I'll be there. Did you know that parts of Florida got 10 inches of snow last week? What? That's unheard of. Did you know that California had like a hurricane or a tornado? Like that, I'm sorry, but stop messing with the weather, please. This is not normal. I mean, how many years have we been in the country and never had that experience? So, okay. So after, what? That's amazing. I wonder if we're getting into the Ice Age. Okay, so after Japan, after Hawaii, after California, New York, back to California, maybe go to Vegas. I think I'll do Vegas for a few days. And the last time I went to Vegas was fun. It's the first time I gambled in a long time, and I won like $1,500. So yes, not that I'm condoning gambling, don't do it, but if you know what you're doing. I had no idea what I was doing. I was at the roulette table, and you're like, oh, is it red or black? Or is it this number or this number? And I'm like, I don't know how this works, so I'll just put things everywhere. Ding, 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 ding. Awesome. Winner, winner. I don't know how it happened, but I won. So, yeah, I think it was beginner's luck. Exactly. Beginner's luck. So, yeah, exactly. I said, here's the only amount that I'm going to spend. if I spend more than this, you're done. We're not doing this. If I could double the money, we're done. We're leaving. Well, I tripled my money and I left. So I was like, this is awesome, but I won't do it again. I won't give back my money. So she left the casino with a new car. I just watched that movie from, what was it? Vegas Vacation. Do you guys remember this? This is like an 80s movie with Chevy Chase, and the son just keeps winning, and the daughter keeps like getting herself into like naughty places. National Lampoon. No, but it was the Vegas Vacation. It wasn't the Lampoon's Vacation where they go to. They're like, hurry up and try to get to the what's that place called? Yosemite. I haven't been, sorry. To get to the Grand Canyon. And then they get to the Grand Canyon and they're like, all right, let's go. Can you imagine doing that? I gotta try to plug my, oh shit, did I just turn that off? I gotta try to plug my phone in because we're on 20% already, sorry. I didn't charge my phone last night. I've been not doing my duty with this. So anyway, we'll try to keep streaming as long as we can. Unless the phone dies. What are we gonna do? Yeah, so original vacation movie, or Vacation was 80s. Yeah, that was when everybody still appreciated going on adventures to nature and not being on their phone the whole time. Now everybody just is always on their phone and taking lots of photos, and or especially these kids, kids, if you're on here, if your parents take you to a beautiful place, find appreciation, find some gratitude that they went out of their way to take you somewhere that you've never been, and appreciate that, because so many times I see these poor parents that are like taking their kids places and they're on their screen. Like the screen is more exciting than this beautiful view of nature. I mean, I get it, but your parents work hard. I work really hard to give my son what he needs. So give your parents some slack, give them some love and appreciation, because they're not going to be around forever. So, you know, go and call your parent when you're done with the stream, and tell them how thankful you are to have them in your life. And if you don't have parents, you can always tell me, because I'll be your mama. I'll take care of you. I'm so thankful for my dad and my mother. I don't get to see them that often, but imagine, when you become an adult, how often do you see your parents? Especially if you have moved to another country. I get to see my dad twice a year. I get to see my mother twice a year. I take her to the spa, and I see my sister twice a year. And every year counts. Every moment that you're with these special people counts. So you have to really make an effort to spend as much time with them, because I go back every year, and hopefully my dad's not watching, but I go back every year, and my dad he starts looking older and older, and it scares me. You know when you love somebody and you're just like, oh, I can see it. I can see where it's going, and I'm so nervous because it's coming. But DJ Dad, that's right. Maybe that's why I'm so into music, is because my dad was a wedding DJ. He was the one going to your wedding, and back then, we talked about this, he was the wedding singer. Do you remember that movie with Adam Sandler? My dad was the wedding singer, and he would dress up as Elvis and go and, we're caught in a trap, I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. You remember that song? I remember just growing up with my dad being an Elvis singer, and he would like randomly dress up and go to my grandma's house, and we'd be all inside, and he'd come in the door and just start singing, and we're all like, wow, he's amazing. Oh, but whatever. I have these fun childhood moments. My dad was cool. Suspicious minds, right? So I see my parents a few times a week. Oh, you're so lucky, James. You get to be so close to your parents. I have these moments where I'm like, should I just live full time back in the States? Just finish my real estate license, focus on being in one place, and I just until they get the food system back in order. I mean, I'm really hopeful that RFK can do a full clean sweep of what's happened in our food system. I'm praying, I'm wishing them lots of luck to change this food system, because that's really what stresses me when I go to the States is, okay, what am I going to eat? Where am I going to eat? What kind of oil are they using in my food? Is this going to cause inflammation in my body? I'm a little bit more particular now, you know? You have to think this way when you get older. You have to think about all this stuff. We are the machine, right? What are we putting in I'm definitely not putting McDonald's in my machine, let me tell you. My machine is pristine. I want it to be healthy. I want to have longevity of my life. I want to be in a good physical condition when I get into my 80s. I don't want to be that older person that has a hard time walking and can't lift up my grandchildren, if I ever have grandchildren. I hope Carter is one day gonna be like totally into girls. My son is looking for a girlfriend, if anybody knows anybody that's into cute little boys. No, not little boys. He's 19. He's not cute. He's not a little boy anymore. So metabolism never is the same. So I don't eat fast food. I don't eat McDonald's, Taco Bell. Sorry. Chipotle is like, I eat Chipotle. I do. I don't know what they cook with. Are they cooking with fat lard or beef tallow? I hope they start moving to beef tallow. I mean, it's natural. We should be able to eat beef fat and stuff like that. So I don't drink Coca-Cola. I don't drink soda. Hold on, my dogs are like, let me in. Okay, what do you want? Okay, either you stay in or you go out. Come on, there you go. You're good. Come here. You wanna come sit with me? Let's sit together. Come here. Taya. So I'm still dog sitting at the moment. Come here. That's a pretty girl, huh? Yes, you're so cute. Don't lick my mouth, because that's gross where you lick your... What do you lick? I think you need a shower. Yeah, you're a little stinky. So this is Tyla. This is this little Pomeranian that I've been basically taking care of for the last year. She's now over a year old. And she is going to be going to France soon. Bonjour. Oui. Ça va? Ça va bien? Comment ça va? Are you looking at yourself in the camera? Oh, thank you for kisses. So her family will be finally taking her after all this time. So if you come to Thailand and you buy a dog, gross. No, let's not make out. Just make sure you're allowed to travel with the dog, because when you buy a puppy, you have to think about how you're going to get your puppy back to your country, because they have to be a certain age. They have to have their stupid vaccines, which I'm totally against the vet vaccines, because it really messes up the health of the dog. I wish there was a way to cancel those, but unfortunately, it's a requirement to be able to get them into another country. Protect them from being eaten. Well, if you have a little dog, you definitely want to do what you can to keep them safe. We have like hawks here that will come and eat her, right? The hawk will eat you and eat your liver, and then you're done. So little Tyla is gonna be leaving me soon. I've had a year of trying to teach her how to use the toilet in the right places and not in my bedroom on the floor everywhere. And you know, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, I just stepped on something warm. Thank you. I really should have crate trained her. I don't really like crate training, but I know it's important for the puppy to learn. Yeah, I've had many a night where she couldn't hold it and she would poop on the bed. That was not fun. You know, you wake up and you move your foot around. You're like, okay, that's not normal. Or you got a little piddle spot and you're like, man, you're not allowed in the bed anymore. You gotta get out of here. I'm not sleeping with you. If you're gonna pee on me, I'm not interested. So yeah, she will be leaving soon, and we'll have the memory of this high energy, crazy, loving, beautiful dog. She was actually a really wonderful dog to have. So I'm very happy with her. She's turned out to be a very beautiful, mature lady after all these puppyhood. I got the lucky part. I got the puppy section of her life, and she'll go back to France and become an old lady, right? You're gonna be a good girl, and you're gonna have all. Thank you for kisses. Thank you. So, yeah. Anyway, bye, Kyla, and your stinky dog breath. That I make them food. I make them liver and chicken, and then chop it all up so they have healthy food for lunch and dinner. Yeah, I'm a little bit of one of those kind of ladies. No, I don't dress my dog up. I don't put her in a dress that often, unless she's going somewhere special. But no, I keep my dogs in a happy state of mind. Take them walking and play. Come here, Latte. Have you guys seen Latte lately? She's a big girl now. Not really big, but she's a bit of a lazy girl now. Come here. Come here. I gotta pull you. I gotta pull your tail. She needs a bath too, but there's Latte. Do you remember Latte, how little she was? She's my baby, and she's stinky today because she needs a shower. Yeah, you need a shower. She hates that word. She's like, oh gosh, I need to run away because my mother's gonna bathe me and I don't like it. Do you not like showers? Do you like a shower? Do you see the cat? Do you see the cat? Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? Oh, where's it? Where's it? Where's the mouse? Oh, where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? There's a mouse. I smell it. Where's the mouse? Get it. Oh, get it. Get it. Anyway, stinky dogs, they need showers, so. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to go back to travel. So after California, I come back to Phuket for the opening of my gym. So I'm actually opening another gym, you guys. If you happen to come to Phuket and you want to come train at a fitness center, I will be opening a gym in April this year. So that's my exciting news for this year is I've decided to get back into the fitness industry and be a co-owner, and hopefully I have high hopes for this space because it's just in the right location, and it's going to be surrounded by cafes and restaurants and Pilates studios. We're going to have hot yoga, and there's going to be a beautiful onsen behind. Thank you. I'm really excited about it. I got out of the fitness industry for quite a few years because of, obviously the past traumas with my husband and my other gyms. It was a very big step for me to pull the trigger and decide to move forward with this project because, when you've had like past experience of, it was an incredible, amazing, stupendous experience being a gym owner before, back in 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then ultimately closing in 2017 when my husband passed. Very different experience now. You change your chapter of life, and I'm excited for this new year of happiness and good things coming. Do you know that song by Abel Hart? I've been playing it, and hopefully we can manifest more success and prosperity in this new year of it's the year of the snake, actually, for Chinese New Year's, I think. So you had quite the ups and downs. More power to you. Wishing you the best of luck. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you have these moments in life where it's like a wave. The wave will hit you and you might crash, but then it recedes and it comes back, and you're able to get your strength again. So it's kind of like waves in life, and you just roll with it, or you surf it, or like on the mountain, you just ski it. You just deal with it, and you keep a positive outlook along the way, and that's what I've been doing. So, and that's why this year's path has been a little bit more on the conscious level. I've been kind of dabbling in other areas. I started at the end of the year, but just other areas. I won't specifically explain it, but if you understood my stories on my Instagram, you would know what I'm talking about. And so I've been doing really good this last time. I know sometimes I take a break from here, but if the people that are watching can just keep a positive mindset all the time and stay away from, when you start thinking negative about something, there's no reason to tell it to other people. Like, you're giving your negativity to somebody else to make them feel bad. That's not, how is that going to benefit you? Do you feel better when you say something negative and it gets to somebody else and they're like reading a comment, reading a paragraph, whatever it is that you send out that's in a negative form? What's your intention? Are you wanting like somebody to pat you on the back and say, good job, you expressed yourself in a negative way, and it's going to be received in a negative way, and what's the point? I take it you don't like conspiracies. Who said that? I'm very much into learning and adapting in life, and there's a lot of things that are a little shady, a little like, that's a coincidence. Did that really happen, or was there an underlying reason for it? Transfer the negative energy to another medium, like working out. Exactly. If you feel like you need to express yourself in whatever way and it's not a positive one, take that energy that you were about to like release and put it in the gym. Go get angry, or go get mad at yourself, or at the iron. Throw some weights around. Do something that's going to benefit you, because obviously sending out that negative energy is not going to benefit anybody. Maybe you'll feel good for that brief moment, like, ooh, I expressed myself, but in the end, you just look silly. And yes, people do silly things, and maybe it's for attention, maybe it's for their own reasons, maybe, you never know, but maybe there are people that are having issues, and they have their own traumas that they're working through, and they got to do something silly, and who are you to judge that? So that's all I'm saying. Maybe internalize instead of vocalize. Internalize what you're about to say to somebody, and think, if I say this, how is it going to be received? Is it going to be a nice thing? And if it's not, then maybe you should keep it to yourself. Write it down. Instead of like writing it on the computer, like you're hiding behind your computer and you're being a troll to all these people, what is it going to do? What's the point? I don't know. That's what I feel like. What if they're crying for help by being negative? Okay, so maybe we change the perspective. Maybe the people that write negative things on YouTube comments or on your Instagram posts, maybe it is a cry for help, but isn't there a better way to ask for help than to spew your venom out? Isn't there a much better, like, why don't you learn how to use ChatGPT? Go and take the information, take as much data as you can about your life, about your experiences, put it into ChatGPT, create a chatbot, whatever it is you want to do, and download the tone for a therapist. Put that all into ChatGPT, into your chatbot, and there you go. Ask your ChatGPT your questions, and maybe it'll be able to help you, not give like obviously medical advice, but at least maybe give you some ideas on how to change your mindset or think differently if you're constantly in this negative expression. Well, maybe it can help you formulate a different perspective and have a reset of your mindset, because maybe your mindset is off. This is just from what I've researched. I don't know if this is an accurate assumption or whatever, but they claim, whoever they is, people on the doctors online, you can do your own research, whatever. They claim that if you have kind of like a depression or some kind of severe mood or whatever, it's actually correlated to the gut. What are you feeding your gut, your stomach? What are you putting into your machine that could potentially be causing more damage and inflammation? And with that inflammation, it causes your body to react a different way. I mean, do you feel like that's an accurate assumption? Could it all be stemmed from this gut, and by changing the microbiome, it can change your mindset and change the way that you, like when you have more nutrients? Maybe we're nutritionally deficient, and if you're drinking sodas all the time or energy drinks or things that are not beneficial for your gut, like probiotics are amazing for your gut, and fermented foods and all these things that are actually beneficial to create more. This sounds like a Gary Brecka. He says illness caused by deficiencies. Yeah, well, if in the food system we are lacking the nutrients in the specific foods, right? Hi. Oh, wait, I have to unlock. Oh, 1 second. 1 second, stop. Okay, we hear you. We hear it. Hello, darling. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
You want lock?
Oh, I only lock it because otherwise the wind blows it. But today, no wind. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Sawadee-ka. How are you? Uh-oh. Okay, they're going to go a little crazy right now. So, anyway, going back to the conversation, I think that maybe it's difficult to go back. Tell me what you eat and I'll tell you who you are. But it has some correlation. Welcome to the dog center. Anyway, so we can move on from that subject. Mine love truck stops. What do you mean they love truck stops? It's a full house, yes. The dogs have taken over. He goes nuts when he sees the Flying J. Oh, interesting. I don't know what the Flying J is. Is that like a big rig truck? I don't know what it is. So, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. It's gone. If you want to continue to talk about the gut, we can, but maybe you guys are bored of it. But they say there's some kind of correlation to it. So is it a thing? Is Gary Brecka a good source of information? I mean, I'll admit, I watch a lot of, I listen to a lot of podcasts like Huberman and Gary Brecka and Dr. Berg, and I mean, I could continue to give multiple different pages to you and who I follow and the information that I learn, different doctors. I just find this kind of information fascinating. I'm not bored. I just want to know where you learned this. So I learned it all just online. I mean, you listen to different podcasts, you listen to so a lot of Joe Rogan's interviewees are pretty interesting as well. Now, you can't take every information as like it's the truth. You have to kind of, listen to somebody that says opposite. If you listen to the biohackers and you listen to these TED Talks and all, Barbara O'Neill, and so I watch a lot of different ones, and I also have I bought this book which is all about naturopathy and stuff about nootropics, and because what's the goal? The goal in life is to just be healthy, happy, and have longevity, right? If the goal is to be around for quite some time in the healthiest state that you can be, then why aren't we learning every day? Why aren't we putting more emphasis on just feeding ourselves with more information? Because at some point, these AI chatbots or chats and stuff, they're going to surpass our brain function, I think. And you better have some type of intelligence to be able to have some type of talent to have, because a lot of these jobs are going to be taken away if they haven't been taken now. So you got to focus on the things that are beneficial for your brain. So do I consider myself a highly intelligent person? No, I just like to learn. I'm a little bit of a nerd, and I can appreciate other people's fascination with, different subject matter. I like the conspiracy theories that somehow become truth, and that people don't want to believe that it's truth. It's just a conspiracy. So I find it all interesting. So I just continue to observe and take it all in, and we'll see what happens in the coming future. I would okay, so my friend just sent me the telepathy tapes. So I'm gonna research some more. I just met this really interesting person who has been sending me information about autism spectrum and how they help these adults that have the autism or that are on the spectrum, and they teach them different activities to help enhance their lives, and I'm totally down for that. So I think you do well with your own self-care podcast. I don't have certifications, or I feel like in order for you to be an expert in any field, you have to show your award for studying this. I feel like, yes, you can put out information, but are people going to understand it completely if you don't show your certifications? I don't know. I feel like they're going to be like, oh yeah, she's just another one of those people online that thinks they know stuff. But we're just learning. We're just trying to understand more. Look at your result. Well, I went from healthy to unhealthy to healthy. You know, I just kind of keep transitioning into different you know, phases, I guess, of life. Maybe the reason why I had those issues before, it's like your body can only absorb so much negativity and stress and cortisol, and then it reacts with like a tumor or whatever it is, that it creates a cancer or something. And so then your body has to like somehow release this creation that you've created from all of your mental stress and all of these things that are coming at you. Maybe you create this in your body, and then your body has to tell you, hey, you need to take a moment and fix yourself. So maybe that's what it is. That's how I rationalized why I got sick for that little period, because I was like, I don't understand. I eat right, I take care of myself, I'm in the gym, I'm mentally sane, you know, and I still was able to get anemia. But maybe it's a woman thing. Maybe my diet wasn't exactly what it should have been. Maybe it needed to be, I needed to add more meat, because I was kind of going vegetarian for a bit, and I shouldn't be vegetarian. I think the door needs to be unlocked. Every time somebody comes to the door, I'm gonna have to deal with the dogs. Anemia is genetic? You think so? I don't think my mother is anemic, and my grandmother wasn't anemic. I think I was just changing from eating too much meat to eating not so much meat. I was sticking to more fish and more fish and chicken, I guess. So maybe I needed to just start eating more beef, and that was the issue, because I wanted to be vegan or vegetarian at least, because, you know, I'm an animal lover, and I was trying to do the right thing and not eat so much, or can do my part and not eat too much. But honestly, it's really not good for my body. I mean, maybe everybody's different, right? So maybe what's good for me is not going to be good for you. Clearly, with my intolerances, I'm not supposed to have these things. And, you know, yes, a lack of B vitamins. And so that's why I was getting like those IVs and all these, not folic acid, but iron IVs. And it gets expensive if you're trying to like fix your body on your own. It's very expensive. So but I took iron pills, and it incorporated iron rich into my diet, and it was gone in a few months. Okay, well, spinach is on my do not eat list, so but beef is. So fortunately I've been eating a lot of beef lately, and I have reduced my dairy intake. So I guess I'm intolerant to dairy as well as nuts. I shouldn't be eating nuts. So it is what it is. You just have to find out what's right for your body and go from there. So what can I say? Well, before I end the stream, do you guys have any other questions? What do Japanese people eat? So if you watch that show on Netflix about the centurions, which country has the most centurions? It's actually Japan. Japan, I believe it's is it the southernmost island, or the southernmost part of Japan? Is it Osaka? I'm not sure. Oh, Okinawa. There we go. I was like, I know it was an O. So Okinawa, if you watch that show on Netflix, I don't know if it's still on there, but they tell you all of the regions that have the most amount of centurions. And these are the people that live to be over 100. These are the people who eat mostly whole grain or whole natural foods. And the main food that they eat in Okinawa is fish, sweet potatoes, like the purple potatoes, sweet potatoes, and they're highly nutritious and full, and soups, and yeah. So they don't really eat a Western diet. It's very specific how they eat, and they're like the most healthiest people, and they do a lot of daily movement. So I think what happens when we get older, I mean, my grandmother was the same way. They were sitting a lot. My grandma luckily was able to walk around the neighborhood. She would walk around the neighborhood every day, and that was her only exercise. But once we get older, you start sitting in front of the TV more. You start kind of Netflixing more often, or you're on your game and computer, and you're not moving. The movement in your body is what moves the blood. If you're constantly sitting, you're not really doing good for your body. So you're creating cellulite. No. So that's why I really do try to be consistent with the gym. I go at least an hour a day if I can. If not, then I'll do like 30 minutes just walking. If any type of movement is important. Women tend to do a lot more movement because if we have children or if we're doing housework, men, they do a lot of movement with their jobs, unless of course you're at a computer. You better make sure that you have the right pillows and lumbar support, because it's not good to be sitting that long. I don't think we as humans were made to just sit. We're supposed to be hunters and gatherers, right? We're supposed to be hunting for our food. And nowadays, with this new century, right, we have to adapt to our culture, and that's basically being on the computer more often or being on our phones more often. And so I've been having a lot of neck issues lately. So I've been going to an osteopath, and I don't know if you guys are the same, that I have a real problem with my neck and my trap, and it's just always an issue. Like I'll wake up and my neck can't move. So I don't know what it is I'm doing, if I'm sleeping, but it affects my jaw. That affects when you get older, everything just starts falling apart, and you're just kind of like, oh, I gotta fix this. So I've learned from my osteopath that maybe how I was training was incorrect. I was taught by a bodybuilder how to train, but maybe my form was not correct for how my neck positioning is. Maybe he was doing it wrong all this time, and I'm learning an incorrect movement for all these years, and now I'm trying to like retrain my brain on when I exercise to, instead of looking up all the time, I actually have to look neutral or look kind of down and focus on the posture, and that my neck and my back are in alignment, and my tailbone. Because when you're doing a deadlift, they tell you put your neck up, but that's incorrect. It's actually very, very hard on the neck. So back of triceps press on back arm, and let's see if it's tight. Does it hurt to lift the arm too? No, so my yoga teacher, so I started doing more yoga like 3 times a week. My yoga teacher taught me a new technique for stretching this muscle. And basically what she does is she puts a yoga block under my hand, and I'm laying on the floor with my head on the ground, and this yoga block is here. And all she has me do is lift my arm. You should try it and see how difficult it can be. And this movement stretches all of the trap and the neck. Just this little movement. It's crazy. I was like, I never would have thought this little tiny movement would actually be beneficial for my neck. So, yeah. What happens when you get older? Things start hurting more. and then you wake up and your feet are hurting, or you know. So just take care of yourself, take care of your body. If you're sitting for a long time, make sure you're stretching, you know, do like little stretches, take breaks. It's actually really not good for your eyes to be staring at a screen all day if you don't have your blue blockers, or at least a screen cover on your laptop that blocks the blue rays. So I've been watching a lot of these like biohackers, and especially that Brian Johnson guy. It's pretty eye-opening, the information about, I think he's talking about olive oil. High quality olive oil is essential for omega-3 fatty acids for the brain, so that you're reducing your chance of getting dementia, and all these like fascinating tools that you can take, or not tools, but foods, or I think he also said, it was olive oil and berries. So like blueberries, there's like something in blueberries that's really beneficial. And yeah, what's the type of meditation for mental health? I'm not sure of a specific type of meditation, but I know that when I do my meditation, I don't know from other people's perspective, but from mine, I turn on like this. I'll share the music that I turn on. So I just turn on my music and I just lay there, and my body kind of will feel the music, and then I can put my body into like a theta state. I don't know if you know the different states of your brain waves, but theta state is supposed to be like the most relaxing when you're going into your, I don't know if it's going into your REM sleep or like the stage before your REM sleep. I have to look it up. But so when I was in college, I took psychology, and I learned all about like dream state. My next, REM sleep. My next interest, like I started getting really into it. Oh, she's vacuuming. I'm gonna have to turn off soon because it's gonna be loud. The maid has arrived. I'm getting really into lucid dreams. Have you heard about this? You can basically go into a dream state and change. I think you can change the way you think in your dream, in your subconscious, and then it is reflective in your conscious life. So I don't know. It's a pretty interesting thing. I'm learning about it. I don't know everything about it fully. For me, this is more fascinating than learning real estate. Right now, if anybody is in real estate, can you tell me how you learned all this information? Because it is draining my brain. There's so much vocabulary to learn. It is so much like, I'm more of a tactile, kinesthetic kind of learner. I'm hands-on. This is how I absorb the information. If I'm just reading a book, it is so boring. I need to be involved. I need to be like touching it. I am not a visual learner at all. I am a let me be a part of it kind of learner. And I learn from experience, not from reading a book, and I can't. I wish I had a photographic memory, but it's not. My friend learned through property management course. Oh, interesting. But I mean, for what I do anyway, I kind of know a lot. I mean, I used to work with a construction company, and it was more how to build the houses and the materials and the organizing. So that was a different experience versus, to sell a house or to, it's very different. Read my above comment. You have to do it in a subtle along the way. I started buying 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4. Oh, okay. Doing it in okay. See, I think that's how I'm learning anyway, is I've taken properties and converted them into STRs, and then you learn as you go. I mean, I love this industry. It's such a great one to be in, if you can find the right place and get the good people coming in and stuff like that. So you'd rather study sleep? Yes, I'd rather study things that are like exciting for me. And learning about lucid dreaming is far more interesting than what kind of tile you have in your house. Or I mean, I guess that's the more interior design. But when you're selling a house, if I come back to the States and I sell property in California, you kind of have to know your information. Okay, these floors are teak wood or this and that. Whatever. These are cherry wood, oak, cabinetry, and the yeah. Whatever. I'll learn it. I'm sure it's gonna come, and I have to find a passion for it. I have to find the excitement and the. I'm just never excited about selling stuff. I'm excited about sharing and especially with health and fitness and food, and that's more exciting for me. Sleep, all the things that are beneficial for your body. How is it going to be? I mean, it will be beneficial to sell a house to you, right? Because then you have a safe place to live, safe place to be, create a family, whatever it is you want to do with your life. Rent it out. So sharing is caring, almost like selling. Yes, I guess. I have to look at it from a different perspective. By selling you this house, I am giving you an opportunity to build a home, to build a legacy, to build your family unit, to create your incredible space. So anyway, my comments were drowned in a sudden flood that surged in. Sorry, I wasn't even reading the chat because I was kind of like slightly distracted with the vacuum. But anyway, we've had a long conversation about random subject matter. Oh, I still didn't finish. Dang. Okay, let me bring it full circle. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting where my conversation is going. So my branch is trying to come for a full circle. So after I come back from California, I'll be back to Phuket for a month. And then in May, mid-May, I'm going to India. This will be my first time going to India. Any tips or tricks or information that you've had, if you've had a past experience with India, feel free to send it my way. I think I'm going more towards the north, to like Kashmir and to the mountains and more nature. And no, so I'm not going fully alone. I'm going to go with 2 of my girlfriends and some locals that I connected with, a few people here in Phuket, and they've opened the door to have my girlfriends and I come over, and they're going to show their beautiful country to us, and I think we'll be in a safe space. They're well respected there, so it should be good. I'm hoping for easy travel, but overall I'm sure my experience is going to be just incredible, astonishing, stupendous, right? And so from India, I'm going to go. I have to decide if I'm going to go to London, marvelous, or to Dubai. I could actually split my trip and go to both. I just need to check the flights, and if the prices are out of my budget range, then it would be better to just fly from India directly to London. If it makes sense, then I'll go from India to Dubai and then to London. I just need to check and to see if it's worth doing the extra stopover. Hi. Well, sometimes I don't have anything to say, and I don't want to come on here and just stare at the screen. I mean, we do end up finding something to talk about. It's just sometimes when I don't have the energy or the information to give you, then I feel like, okay, this is going to be a really funny stream of me just pulling things from past experiences. You know, I'd rather come to you with something that you could learn from or be excited about, or, you know, something interesting, something intriguing. That would be more fun. So I have an Airbnb that's vacant in London. You can stay in. I'm in the USA. Oh, wow. Hi, Donald. Usually when I go to London, I have a few friends there, and they're kind enough to like book me a hotel or a nice stay. But if I'm not able to find a place in London, I will let you know, and maybe we can exchange, like do a exchange. I don't want to just take it for free, but I appreciate the kind offer. But so yeah, I think I'm leaning towards London, just because I think it's easier from India to go directly to London. I just don't know the path. If you have to do a stopover on something. If anybody knows, does anybody ever travel out of India? I'm not sure. When you're not here, there is no parade and it rains all day. Well, I'm happy you guys are still with me for all this time. I appreciate you. So, okay, so from London, I fly into France on, I believe it's June 13. So I'll have like a week. No, I'll have like 10 days. So from June 3rd to June 13, all that time in between, I have to decide what to do. It's either Dubai or London or both. I could technically do a few days here and a few days here. It's just a lot more planning to do, which is fine. I'm a traveler. I love to just be impromptu, and it's London to Dubai, not Dubai to London. From India, it would be better to take a direct flight from India to London. It's not even close. If you love history and architecture, you stay in London. I love London just because I love the accents and the history, and the architecture is definitely a sight to see. I like going. I went to what is it, near Harrods, the park there. I know there's a lot of areas that would be incredible to see in London, or even outside of London. I stayed in London for about hi, good to see you. Breath is back. Where did I stay? It was near the New Forest. So thank you. Can you say breath? The breath. Oh, I've been breathing a lot, let me tell you. I was on a beach, just deep breathing, staring at the sunset and the trees, if you know what I mean. It was incredible. It was beautiful, and it was just vivid, and it's like you could see the trees waving at you, and it was just beautiful. For those of you who understand, but. So I'll do London, and then I'll fly into France. Or has anybody taken the train from London to France? Is it an easy train? I've never really taken the train through to another country, but I could do that. I'm only gonna have one big bag with me, and my roll bag and my backpack. Okay, maybe it might be too much. Maybe a train might be a little bit too intense. No, my son doesn't like to travel. he likes to be able to have access to his computer and to his gaming and to... I have taken this kid, he's got 2 passports, like, you know what I mean? He's been to multiple different countries before he was even 10 years old, and I just don't think he doesn't appreciate it yet. Maybe when he gets older, he'll understand what I experience with my wanderlust. I have this deep appreciation for travel and different cultures, and it's just marvelous, right? To be able to go to different places and to learn different foods that people eat, or their traditions. I don't know. I'm just somebody that loves it. Wow, someday he will realize where he has gone with his mom. I know. I'm gonna one day open my old passports and go like, here, this is where you've been. This is what you've been doing. I'm kind of sad. This. Oh no, maybe they did send me my old passport back. Yeah, like, so this passport has Egypt, it has the Philippines, it has France. I have my visa from China, which is still valid until, my visa to China is still valid until July 6th. So I could technically go to China without any, I get 60 days every time I come into China. So I could say, thank you for the gift sub. This one has Nice and Singapore and Doha and Canada, Heathrow, Thailand, Indonesia, China, Taiwan, South Africa, Malaysia. What else? Yeah, I've got a very wide variety. Myanmar. Yeah, Myanmar. Where else have I been? Palau, Fiji. I do a lot of traveling, so. And I don't know, I have all the Indonesia. I go to Bali a lot. Yeah, so. I know I'm kind of like a flight attendant, but without the work. Just keep moving. But why do we travel? We travel to learn, to experience, to appreciate, to have gratitude for all the things that we learn along the way. I mean, I don't know. Why do you travel? Just to escape routine? To enjoy life in a different way? I don't know. I just travel because it's good for the soul. Next time, put me in your suitcase. I need a date. I need a date to my corporate event in Vegas. Well, unfortunately, February 26 to 28, I will be in Japan still. I will be in Japan until March 13. So if you have any events after that date, I could go. An extra breath. Breathe and have a breath. Take a breath. Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Okay, so after Dubai or London, we're just trying to figure it out, right? So after that whole part, then I go to France. So I will be in the south of France for end of June, mid-June, end of June. And then if you know where I usually go in France, I'll be there for a good week, 10 days maybe. And then thank you for the sub. And then we move on to the next exciting experience. Yes, I think I'm flying into Nice. I prefer Nice over Paris. Paris is just too chaotic. It's big. Nice is a cute little airport, and it's close to my cousin in Monaco. You know, I prefer Nice over Paris. I've flown into both airports, but I always get lost at the Paris airport, and nobody's really helpful there. So you know, it's hard, especially when you don't speak the language. People are like, what do you want? So there are some countries where I'm like, oh, I need to learn the language because they don't give a crap. I know croissants aren't safe around you. That is a true statement. But you know what? Now that I know that I'm fully intolerant to it, I might be more inclined to reduce my croissant intake. Maybe I'll just stick to the pain au chocolat maybe once per week rather than every day. It'll be utterly depressing to only get a little bit of that goodness, because if you've never been to France and had a croissant from France, you're missing out. I'm telling you, it's such a different taste. And not every croissant is created equally. Some people just don't know how to make them, and others are just like, I need to go to this little bakery every single day and eat 3 of these. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna behave this year. We're gonna try and not gain another 20 kilos. 10 kilos every time I come back from France or from Europe or from the States. I've gone and gained another 10 kilos, 10 to 15 kilos. And I'm like, okay. Stick to the gym, stick to your exercise, and balance. Input, output. Whatever you put in your mouth, you need to find a way to get it out. So I have yet to really see France. I've only been to southeast France near Gordes. France, I've had a lot of experience. I have a lot of French friends, so I tend to travel with my French friends. And yes, I do have an expensive palate. I am learning that I'm very specific when it comes to my food. You're putting it in your mouth. You better know where it's coming from and how it's created and how it's going to affect you. Everything. You have to be really careful. So that's an important part. Food is not created equally. You can really eat something that just wreaks havoc on your system. So, like, I learned that about truffles. I am highly allergic to truffles, and I love truffle sauce and truffle this and truffle that. I am super allergic to that. My throat will literally start closing up, and not in a good way, right? And then I have to take an allergy pill and antihistamine. And every time you take an antihistamine, it affects the body, and your immune system goes down. So I just don't like that. A few streamers I follow on Twitch have done in real life from Paris and London. Okay, so if I could figure out, I know we talked about this in the past, I just need to get a good internet system, like a good hotspot where I can buy the local SIM card or get an international SIM card that will give me high quality internet, because I have not been able to figure this out. Do I need to buy one of those Nightbot or Nighthawk hotspots? Because the hotspot that I have is subpar, but Starlink, okay, I'll have to look into Starlink, because right now, whenever I go and I just use my phone service, it's not enough. And if I'm on the Wi-Fi, truffles are not my kryptonite. I can stay away from truffles. It's chocolate. Chocolate is my forever connection. I am a raw cacao fan to the max. Having a gimbal helps too. Yes, so my lovely friend Tallboy Tommy got me the 360 gimbal, and I'm still kind of figuring it out, but I did like the DJI gimbal that I had. It's a bit more efficient, but we're working on this one. It's fine. This one, I think the battery lasts longer on this one. So is it good? Yes. So anyway, coming back to my story, going from London to France, I'll be in the south of France. From there, I'll either pop over to Spain for a little bit because I'll be near Montpellier. If you know, you know. Then from maybe Spain or south of France, then I hop on a flight over to, I'm so excited. I'm going to Greece this year. So friends of mine invited me on they're renting a big catamaran or yacht, or I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know what it looks like, but I know it's going to be an interesting, incredible, wonderful experience because my friends don't mess around. They know how to enjoy their holiday. So I got invited for 5 days. It started out like 10 days, and then the family is coming first, or the family's coming after. So we kind of, it's fine. I'm still in gratitude about the whole experience. So my budget is very limited because I'm traveling to so many places. And obviously I'm investing in this new fitness center. So I have to be a little bit more conservative when it comes to my travels. You have to know how to travel efficiently and frugally, yes. That's why I'm minimizing my croissant intake, so that'll save some money. But yeah, so I'll be in Greece, and I'll be going with another group of friends there, and we're gonna stay in a villa all together. So that also helps with the budget, right? So we all go together, everybody pays a little bit, and yeah, and so it works out. And then from Greece, taking a flight to Iceland. I'm so excited. I mean, these are 3 countries that I've never been: India, Greece, and Iceland. So Iceland, I will be there for a month, and it's going to be incredible. I feel it. This whole summer, this whole year of travel is just going to be exciting, and that's, yeah. That will be beat to go into the hot spring. So I recently connected with somebody on Facebook or Instagram who follows me, and he's from Iceland. So he's been giving me all these little tips and tricks so these are the touristy section, hot springs that you don't want to go to, you want to go to this one. So he's been sending me a lot of these fun tips, and so that's exciting. So you get it from a local person's perspective. And for me, he knows that I'm a foodie, so he's like trying to share with me the right restaurants to go to. His friends there are like professional photographers, so I don't know if it's the right time for like Aurora Borealis or anything like that, but you get to go see the volcanoes, and you go to the glaciers, and you have your nature experiences in a different way. Yes, hopefully along the way I'll pick up some modeling jobs, or I have a lot of photographers that reach out to me to do photo sessions, and I'm happy to do them, especially when I'm in different countries. It's kind of exciting, and you have to trust the photographer that you're with, because you're in a vulnerable position, especially if you're doing like a lingerie shoot, or if you're doing like a bikini, or if you're doing anything that's a little bit more on the fun side, I want to say. You just have to be sure, they have reputable references or you bring a friend that can kind of protect you. It's not easy for a girl on her own to it is, but it isn't. Like, you just have to be smart when you're traveling. For guys, it's pretty easy. You don't have to worry about somebody like wanting to take you, steal you. But yes, so this year it's a full, I should get like a worldwide plane ticket because I'm basically going around the world. Except when I start in Japan, I come back. So that's a half circle. And then, okay, so from Iceland, then I go to America. So then that would be around the world kind of experience. So directly from Iceland, because it's already kind of halfway point, rather than coming back to Phuket, I'm going to go directly to the States, and I will stay in the States the rest of September till like mid-October. I'm going to try to stay till Halloween, but it's a tough call because I have a wedding to go to in November. So I'll house it for you. No parties will be thrown. From what you're saying, you would say that this is the most international traveling in 1 year you've done in a long time. Well, last year, I kind of did the same thing. I did, but it was Norway that I went to. So I started in Phuket, and then I went Phuket to Dubai, to London, to France, to Spain, to Norway, back to France, to Norway, back to Phuket, back to America, and then back to Phuket. So that was last year. That was a little bit intense too. Including skiing in February or March. So I did that. So I started in Japan and then to America, and I did that whole same route that way. So different countries this year. This time I'm starting with a girls trip in May. So that'll be fascinating for me to go to India, as I've never been there, and I hear all these like different reviews like, oh, it's gonna be too dirty, you're gonna get food poisoning, or the water's not clean, or don't eat salad. I have all these like people that are from there, that live there, or have experienced it, and then you get the other people that are like, it's beautiful, it's eat, pray, love, it's this and this. So for me, I don't go off of just people's experience. I go off of, take all the information you can and then have your own experience, have your own moment, and make your own evaluation of a space. My husband back then used to say, don't go to Europe, it's horrible, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, but I have a really good time in Europe. So if I would have listened to him, I would have never gone out of my comfort zone and gone to a place that has so much history and so much different foods. And like, if you've never been to France and had like a tomato from France, or a piece of nectarine or real fruit, you can have that in the States, but the taste is different because it's grown a certain way, and maybe they don't put a lot of chemicals and sprays all over it, but maybe it's just different, It's not off the books for me. There is a potential for me to decide to do that one day. I mean, I'm always open. Would I have another baby at my age? I'm not sure. Would you ever have more kids, Knock? Are you done? No more baby for you. What do you think? If you got married, if you had a boyfriend, would you have another baby, you think?
No.
No. Knock said no. Me, I'm open to it. I can't say I've closed that book completely. I'm still open to the idea, but it would have to be really somebody special. Exactly. King Cow? All right, so we've done a 2-hour stream. We've talked a little bit about everything, and I want to say thank you so much for joining me on this random conversation of branching. Thank you for branching with me and enjoying the moments together. So yeah, I'm gonna try to work on my background. It's a little eclectic right now. Got like my paper flowers, or my EDC. It's a little not so special. It's eclectic like me, right? I have my art that I've created. I'm working on it. I bought this green screen. I just don't know how to use it. And I'm trying to figure out how to stream from my computer. It'll happen, because maybe we can start gaming together, because my son has said there's some games that I might enjoy, so maybe we'll try it. I don't know. We're working on it. We're trying to figure it out. For me, I personally like to do in real life streaming. Like, I like to go out to different places. Maybe tonight, if you're logged in after 6 p.m. No, that's 6:54. 3. That's 3 a.m. in States. So maybe around 8 p.m. my time. That would be 8, 7, 6. That's like 5 a.m. Nobody really comes on at 5 a.m. But I might go down to Yogatsu again and stream his concert. Maybe if it's one of these outdoor concerts. If it's the one with the headphones, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to stream it. But maybe I can put my stream right next to him, and you can hear the hand pan and the sounds. If you were able to catch my stream 2 days ago. So we'll see. Maybe I'll stream later tonight. If you're around, come join me. I'll try to pop on tomorrow in the morning, and yeah, we'll see how long I can keep the consistency. I'm kind of like a little all over the place, and I have a lot to do. Oh wait, tomorrow I'm gonna be on a beach having an experience. We're gonna be on the beach doing tarot. You're like, what? But no, tomorrow I'm gonna be actually busy in the afternoon, so maybe I can stream with you in the morning, or you can come on the ride with me, and then yeah, maybe I'll just bring you on the drive with me, and we'll take the scenic route. I have to pick up Yogatsu and pick up one of my best friends, and then we're gonna ride up to Kamala, and then we're gonna have our moment on the beach, and maybe he's gonna chant and meditate. If you're not into it, I completely understand. Not everybody's into this kind of awakening experience kind of thing. It's going to be very immersive, yes, and I'm excited about it. We have a really good group that we've created together here, and we'll be on the beach, and we're going to clean up the beach. We're going to do the full cleanup, because there's just so much trash from the ocean that comes here from India, wherever it's coming from. It washes up on the beach, and nobody picks it up because nobody cares. Well, my group cares, so we're going to clean the beach first, create our space, and then we're gonna have like our ceremony and do. I know it's a little frou-frou, but it's nice. I like it. Why not? Try something different sometimes. Go and do an ecstatic dance. Go learn something different. Keep your brain stimulated, because if you sit and stare at a computer all day, it's going to drain you. So do something in nature. That's all I say. Go out, experience, be in the sun, go in the ocean, feel nature. That's what I do. I balance. So I'm that girl that's in nature, and then I'm at a rave, and then I'm in nature, and then I'm at a rave. You got to have balance. And then I'm a workaholic. You have to just have your balance between it all. So I'll try to bring you with me as much as I can, and we'll go from there. So thank you all for being here and participating and commenting, and thank you to my subs that are back again, and my bit givers, all the magic givers. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day or evening, and I'll see you guys later. So ciao, ciao. I'm going to go have my first meal of the day. I've been fasting, so now it's 12:20 on my time. So have a good day. See you later. Bye.